pilots, arm your quads.
That way!
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Skip and Carter Show, and I'm Skip, and Carter's over there working. So we got some cool things to introduce to you today, and something we've been working pretty hard on, and you guys have seen the HD0 Whoop on the last one, but this is Whoop season, so we have been working on our Whoop. Here's the HD0 one.
Was that one?
This one,
18.6?
yeah, I believe it's 18.6. It's got the peak screws. 18 even.
18.0?
Yeah, 18 even.
I need to update the product description.
So, but no, this ain't got the props on it. That's why it's 18.6. Yeah. So I'll just throw 4 props in with the weight.
It's 18.6.
18.6. Oh.
Did you drop one?
Yeah, I dropped one.
And you dropped the Whoop.
Where'd it go?
Somewhere in there.
So yeah, 18.6 is the weight for the HD0 Whoop. And Carter, are you working on the other one?
Yeah.
So Carter is actually working on the other one right now, and he's going to get it programmed so we can fly it. That's how fresh it is out the box, or out the build. however you want to say it. But yeah, we've achieved a new number because with whoops, it's all about whose whoop weighs less.
But also what your motors can do.
Oh yeah, and also what your motors can do. So we took and tested different whoops, or our old whoop. We took our old whoop and we tested the thrust on our old whoop, and we got it versus the new whoop, and we got better results. So we were using the Beta FPV 27,000 kV motors. They look kind of like this right here. So we were using these motors here, but we have switched now. We went to the RC Mpu motors. So this is one being built right now. Here's the RC Mpu motors. So you can tell there is a major difference in size, but they're both 0702s. So that means you're going to get more robust bail on these. These are going to probably bend a little bit easier. The Beta FPV ones are probably going to bend a little bit easier. And you're getting more power out of them. So how much more power is the question? And what I have done is I've took both of them and I've full throttled them on a scale, and I got 10 more grams of thrust overall. That means all four motors at once giving me 10 more grams of thrust than our old race whoop. So that's a major upgrade. And then we've taken the whole build and we've slimmed down everything without cutting corners. And what I mean by cutting corners is like this. So if you were to take a frame and you were to just cut everything off of it, that would be cutting corners to me. And we actually took a frame and seen what gains you could get from cutting the frame, and it's minute. It's not worth doing.
Loss of structural integrity.
Yeah. We don't want to lose the structural integrity. So I don't like to cut corners. I like my whoop frames to be as sturdy as they are when they come out the box, and that's one thing that just doesn't help anything at all. I think so if I were to weigh this frame that we cut up, I have another frame that's exactly like it. So I'm going to weigh these two frames. So the one that we cut up is 2.41. And the other one is 2.65. So you're losing 0.2 of a gram. And but what we've decided to do is go with a whole nother frame. And I'll show you that frame. So this is the Newbie Drone Cockroach Light AF. And I don't know what the AF stands for. It could be airframe, but some people think it's means something else. But here is the Newbie Drone Light AF, and the cool thing about this one is they guarantee this one for life. So if you break it, I don't know if you have to send it in or if you have to show them pictures or what, but they will give you a new frame. And so if we take the Beta FPV light frame, Beta FPV Air
65.
Air 65, and we take the cockroach one, we'll compare that one right now. Beta FPV is 2.676, something like that. And the other one is 2.37. So you're getting 30.30 less of a gram. So you're getting a lighter weight frame that's guaranteed. And here's the difference between the two. I don't know if you can see that. We could do a top down. Here's the top down on it. We'll zoom in on that. So here's the light AF cockroach. And here is the Beta FPV. So here is the new one right here. This one is 15.9 grams. We have the cockroach frame, the RCN powers that create 10 more grams of thrust, and then we have a happy model board, and
Start doing polypropylene mounts.
yeah, we're also doing polypropylene mounts, which is not easy to print, so it took us a while to get that dialed in. And then we have the Tiny Whoop pinch cam. We wanted to create the formula for the best whoop we can possibly create and get it as light as we can possibly get it. And 15.9 is where we're at. And I think the 10 more grams of thrust makes all the difference in the world.
Because you can make it lighter by throwing beta FPVs on it, but
Yeah,
you're gonna lose
so
more than 10 grams.
So I have this build, the same build with the Beta FPV motors on it, and you can get it down to 15 and a half. But that 0.40 of a gram, that almost a half a gram, is well worth having 10 grams of thrust. So that's why we went with these motors, and I'm pretty glad, pretty happy about it, because we have been doing a lot of testing, a lot of research. I've personally contacted a lot of people that like whoops and like racing whoops, and I kind of feel like we have a really good formula for people to use as a binding fly. So I don't know many binding flies out there that have a 15 gram whoop.
And without cutting corners like crappy cameras.
Yeah,
and-
so Armando makes a great point, is cutting corners. We don't want to cut any corners. So there's not many people that have a whoop this light without cutting corners. And when you race our whoops, we want you to be able to bounce off the wall and keep on going. Because if you're a racer like me, that's definitely what you're going to be doing, is bouncing around. And I want to get back up. Also, that turtle flip, when you don't have, when I started whoop racing, I started with this one here, and I couldn't get it to turn over. And then, I don't know if you know about the two-part bells, but some of the two-part bells start to separate. And this one, in particular, when you hit on the ground, the ring of the bell would drop out. Well, that's impossible with this one, because this one is a one-piece bell, so which they call it a unibell. So it's got a unibell design on it, and it's a nice looking motor. The motor itself, it looks really good. Let me get one. Here we go. So the motor itself, it actually looks like a drone motor, like something that'd be on a 5-inch, it's just a little tiny one, which I think is cool. Here, we'll do a top down.
Somebody asked a question. They said, no issue with not having the canopy across the top, even just a thin band of TPU. Isn't the cam exposed too much?
Actually, the camera, so when you lay the camera down, on its top. So if I were to take this screw box and lay it down on its top, you can see that the camera mount is actually blocking the camera from hitting. So see, the chip is not going to touch the ground in any angle that you go at. The camera mount is protecting the cam. So we did think about that. The chip does not touch at all. It's only the camera mount touching.
He said, I see.
Alright, and let me pull up chat also. I meant to pull that up.
That was Night Owl FPV.
Thank you, Night Owl FPV, for chiming in on that. Hey, how's it going, Nordy FPV? How's it going, Johnny5? Nice to have you guys in the stream. So we're going to fly this around. Armando's a better pilot than I am. You want to fly this around, Armando?
Did you get it programmed?
Yeah, you got it programmed.
Do we have a battery that's charged?
We have
They're
some
all
batteries.
garbage.
They're all garbage.
Where's...
Every one of them.
These are garbage?
We have
I
we
plugged
have
in
These are like
batteries.
brand new.
It went from 4.2 to 3.5.
Oh, really?
I think we need some fresh packs.
We have some fresh packs. You want me to get a thing of fresh packs?
And then we gotta wait for them to charge.
Well, we can be waiting for a little bit. I'll be right back. Top card. Say something.
Why don't you
I have no idea what to say.
tell them what's going on with your day, Carter?
It's terrible. I don't know.
Why don't you walk us through your Lexus Ultra you just put?
The Ultra?
Yeah. Oh, he's already back.
Yeah, so Evan took all my batteries. He wanted to go whooping around. And I think he's got some in his car and it's locked up. So
Morty said, how much better does the analog one fly compared to HD0?
there's a noticeable difference, but I mean you're looking at a much better camera quality when you get the HD0. So there's a sacrifice to take whenever you're using HD0. It still rips.
I think it's like, if you think you can use the thrust to weight you gain from running analog, then you should run analog. But if you're like the type of pilot where that little difference isn't going to make you win or lose the race, like if it's more about being able to see the gates and make sure that you're ending up where you want to be, then you probably want the better camera. So I think it's a decision like pilot to pilot.
Yeah. So Armando makes a great. Will you plug these up, Carter, please? So Armando makes a great point. He says that whenever you're, say that you're new at whoops or whatever, you might benefit more in being able to see better than gaining the weight to power to weight ratio. A lot of times when I fly, I have a RPM limiter on my remote, and I'll turn that down. But if you're doing freestyle, you can definitely tell a difference doing freestyle, because this thing feels like a 5-inch. And I know a lot of people are going to say there's no way a whoop feels like a 5-inch, but this thing actually feels really nice in the sky when you're freestyling it.
Senior Alpha will show on a micro that feels like a 5-inch.
Yeah. So we'll get some batteries plugged in here, and we've got some charged. He says they're not that good though, so hopefully we can. I can fly it around on one, since I'm not that fast, and then Armando can really show you how it can go.
You act like I'm good at whoops.
Are you good at whoops? No. Well, you're just a good pilot in general, though, as far as racing goes.
I chased more children with my whoops than I have flown brigades.
Yeah. For me, seeing better is worth, even if I'm a little slower, way more enjoyable. I totally agree. So this one is my personal one right here, and I really like it. I'm probably going to be running this one first, and then whenever I get used to going fast, I'll probably switch to this one in the finals or something like that. It's always good to have two on you, and I feel like that's a good balance to have one that you can see really well and one that's really fast. If you're serious at racing and winning, you're going to want more than one. So why not have one of each? Is the way I see it. A lot of pilots, they say they want one of all of the same. I'm kind of different on that. I like to start slow and work my way faster. So I have one drone that's really robust, and it's really good at seeing and everything, and it's going to weigh a little bit more heavier, and that's kind of like my practice quad. And then I have one that's really, really fast. So that's what I do. To each his own on that. People have different ways they like to have a strategic in their race, a strategy in the race, and that's my strategy. But let's run one. Let's run a pack. I've got my goggles here, and I've got my screen here also, so you can see it on the screen whenever I run it. So this battery here, it doesn't feel like the best battery.
And some of them just feel like little balloons.
Yeah, this one definitely feels like a balloon, but it says it's charged. I think if I just fly it around, I don't know if I'll do it justice on how much it weighs, but I definitely will give it a rip and try it out. So this one's a fresh binding fly. And you'll be able to see what the tiny whoop or the pinch cam looks like. And what I really like about the pinch cam is it's very good in low light areas. What did I do with my battery for this thing? Alright, I got a couple batteries here. Surely one of them's good. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about either one of the whoops that we have, feel free to ask them, and I'll answer them as best as I possibly can.
Is this for a ribbon fly order?
Alright, got this. Yeah.
Test flight on stream. So we're gonna give it a test flight on stream.
Yeah, we're getting a test flight on stream, which I'm going to try not to.
Ding it up.
Yeah,
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the HDMI cord. There it is. Good grief.
What's the best whoop cam for outdoors?
The best whoop cam for outdoors? The CO3 is pretty nice for outdoors. Yeah.
Do you guys know how light the Tattoo 1S batteries are compared to other good brands like Weebleed or Tiny Whoop? Curious if there's a big difference or not. We have a Tattoo right here, and we have a Tiny. We have a Weebleed over there too.
I saw one a second ago.
Do you know the weight difference between a Tattoo, Tiny Whoop, and a Weebleed battery? But those are the Tiny Whoop like 330 mil.
There was a Weebleed one somewhere.
You have a Weebleed battery laying around in your skip?
Yeah.
Don't tell me where you usually say it is.
It's right here.
Oh, it's on the drum.
It's on the drum.
He's gonna weigh him.
Oh, here you go.
So the Tiny Whoop one will probably be the heaviest, right? Let's get that. Or how big's the Weebleed? What's the model on the Weebleed?
300.
300. And then the Tiny Whoop is 330.
Or 33.
Do you guys know how light the Oh, that's what he's looking at right now.
Tattoo's 8.3.
Tattoo is 8.3.
Weebleed's 8.25.
Weebleed's 8.25.
And Tiny Whoop's 8.54.
Tiny Whoop is 8.54.
Yeah, I missed all the other ones. Which one was the lightest one?
The
I
Tattoo.
was trying to put it in the chat, but I typed Tiny Whoop battery first.
8.3.
Tattoo's 8.3.
Tiny Whoop's 8.5. Tiny Whoop's the heaviest. It's Weebleed.
Weebleed is the lightest one by a 0.1,
8.25.
0.15 of a gram. So we're going to put the Weebleed on it because that's what's charged.
I wonder what the tolerance is on that weight.
What's that?
Like, is it like plus or minus 0.1 grams or like plus or minus 0.05?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't never
Because
weighed.
with 6S packs, like if you weigh all your 6S packs, there's a pretty large weight difference in between.
Oh, yeah?
Like the bigger the pack gets, the more fluctuation there is.
Yeah, I ain't never really weighed the batteries.
Well, in Freedom
Like
Spec, when we were like trying so hard to be at that minimum weight,
Yeah.
minimum weight, we'd have to like weigh or add weight to some batteries just so they were all the same.
Did Carter take the radio?
Night Owl says, don't get it too dirty, basically, or else you'll add weight to it.
Do we know where the radio is? Did he go test something?
I think he walked outside.
What radio were they using? Do you know?
I have no clue. It's usually, he always uses the testing radio.
The testing radio is with Evan.
What?
Yeah.
Why would he take that?
I don't know.
He has a great radio. Evan Turner. We need some Jeopardy waiting music. Find it?
Yeah, I got it. Alright, so here goes the 15.9 gram race whoop.
First test flight.
First test flight. On stream.
Oh, do you have the video hooked up too?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's nice and bright. That's nothing to lift off. Yeah, that battery's dead though.
Yeah, they all drop. They sag pretty bad.
Yeah, nice and bright camera on it for sure. Oh, that battery is just terrible.
On the stream, your video gets real bad when you fly out there.
Oh, it's because I got my camera pointed the wrong way.
That makes sense.
So let's try another battery here. This one's junk. We should just throw it away, really.
Yeah, when I was flying some of those the other day, like the whole pack, I was full throttle, but they were down to like 2.7, basically the whole pack. And then as soon as it decided it was done, the craft would just fall out of the air.
All right.
Going again. I said, what?
Oh, ran into Andy.
Oh, poor Andy. They said, what kV motors? They're 27,000 kV. They're the GTS 0702. The board is the Happy
I'm
Model
sorry, Andy.
Super X ELRS. The camera is the Tiny Whoop Pinch Cam. And the frame is the Newbie Drone Light AF. $40 kV? You mean 40,000 kV motors? It looks like it's behind the 3D print drawers. You did run straight into Andy. Poor Andy.
Could you see that, Tom? This thing feels crazy light.
Well, not only will it feel light, it also has all that extra thrust. Oh, right in your head.
Oh my gosh, it feels weightless.
What is happening?
You gotta fly this, Armando.
So I can smack you in the head with. Look, you're about to see yourself smack yourself in the head. Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to hide that thing.
This is analog.
No, I'm talking about the
No, I'm saying like you can't see
this thing.
anything.
Oh. Okay. All right, here goes Armando. He's a much better pilot than me. He
No,
said,
you should not start with that because it is super light. You think we can find the kids upstairs? Well, I lose video if I go upstairs.
"Is the door open?"
Yeah. I think it's a little hairy. Oh, Ginger's up there. Ginger does not want that. Oh, what is it? Remember when Kevin used to have the iGal track outside, or race gal?
Yeah.
I've tried to fly it from down here a couple of times, and like I'd get through like 2 gates, but then the video would get super sketchy.
Nice.
Land now, land now. does feel super light.
Heck yeah.
Is this Brody's radio?
Yeah. Alright guys, so there is the first flight with the 15.9 gram whoop. And we definitely don't do it justice without a nice track or something like that. Because that thing rips.
Oh yeah.
I did not make it to full throttle.
Neither did I.
I didn't even try full
I could
throttle.
probably watch it back, and I never did full throttle once.
Yeah. Here, I'll relieve you of your head here.
Yeah, I was like 30, 40 the whole time.
Yeah. So as soon as you hit the throttle at all, it is like weightless. I bet you'd be really nice to be outside with it. That's like, what, less than 1 minute flight time with 40,000 kV? This is definitely not 40,000 kV. This is 27,000 kV.
Yeah, he was just saying he built one before.
Oh, okay. How durable is the frame? Well, it's more durable than the Beta FPV one in my experience, because I have taken the Beta FPV and had to repair it multiple times at a Fat Pastor race, and
You still using this?
no, go ahead. Thank you. So yeah, the cockroach frame is a whole lot more durable, and we went with that because not only that it's durable, but it's also got that warranty on it. Is that digital feed? That is analog feed.
No, this is mine.
You were watching.
No, yours is here.
You were watching an analog feed through my screen. So all I did was broadcast from my HD0 screen to HDMI to you guys. So that's what you seen. That was totally analog. Yeah, high kV motors don't fly long. With the power to weight ratio, the way this one is, it's going to definitely give you longer flight times and be an endurance and power flyer at the same time. So, yeah, that's one really good thing about this drone is that you get the power, you get the long battery life, and it's just all around a good drone to have for to have in your ammo pouch of drones, I guess you'd call it, or your ammo case, or no, I ain't how you say it, but drone case.
I'm
But-
definitely gonna need to get one of those.
You get
and
you
some loop gates, so I can actually get good at loop flying.
you're going to get one, Armando?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I am definitely. I've got this one here, but I
I
need
had a race loop for like 4 days, and then Evan took it.
I need to update mine, and because I have the motors and everything, but I've got mine in pieces right now because of testing out products. I was testing out the Newbie Drone motors, 0702s, and the Newbie Drone 0702s. They're pretty powerful, but the like this one right here. Look right here. This one right here. This is what I don't like about these Newbie Drone motors. Here, let me do top down. And I just found this one just like this right now. I had no clue that it was like this, but if you look right here, the chip is broken. So it has already broken off, and I just took a pair of tweezers and pulled off that chip that solders onto the motor. And that was the problem I was having out of the newbie drum motors, the same thing that's on the Hummingbird. And they're powerful, but they're not very robust. And that was from just crashing. That was not from anybody stepping on. Oh, look here. This other one is the same way. Right there. That one is loose and just pulled it off with a pair of tweezers. And that's what I don't like about them. But yeah, we've done all this testing. We've done all this testing for you to get a good product. And this was one of the test motors that we tried. And look, I just pulled that off. I literally just pulled that wire, the motor wire off with 2 fingers. And yeah, we can't. I can't back that and say that it's worth having. So the Hummingbird, you get what you pay for. That's what I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, let's keep it nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's nice to have a drone that you can buy for cheap and get into drone racing and stuff. But you know, we've done a whole lot of testing, and I just want to bring you something that's going to be really good on the track and off the track and freestyle. You know, in freestyling, you hit stuff a whole lot harder, and you know, I definitely want something that you can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Yeah, those RC Mpu motors are nuts.
Yeah, especially, you know, it being a one-piece bell. I think being a one-piece bell makes it really nice, and the power of them is just crazy.
Because who did that shootout? Chris Rosser?
Yeah, Chris Rosser done the shootout. Yeah.
And they were better than every other one?
Yeah, they were way better than all the other ones. They had some 0802, I think it was a RC Mpu 0802 that were heavier, but as far as power to weight ratio, these were really, really nice. Ciotti says that the power to weight ratio is comparable to the VCI ones. I haven't tried the VCI ones, but everybody that I see that have been trying all the motors out have really said good things about these RC Mpu motors. And here's a new one right here. Here's a new motor. Show you what it looks like. And it's really a really eye-pleasing motor. Here's a Beta FPV up next to it. You can see that the machine work, that CNC work that's been done on these motors are really nice. And you can actually see, you know, you can see the difference between this one's got thin walls and everything, and this one's got a thicker wall. But yeah, that definitely makes a difference. The chip, I think, so the PCB board on these, I don't know if you can see this on the stream, but the PCB board lays down onto the motor mount, and I think that's what makes it robust, is that PCB board being down on that motor mount. And the newbie drones, they actually float. The PCB board floats, and I can't find it. Right. Oh, here they are. So the PCB board is floating off of the, and they're real thin. They just, like, I could just pull this off. So there is the PCB board. So I think them being down on the motor mounts has a lot to do with how robust they are. I haven't had any troubles out of the RCM power breaking like that though. But you know, you're getting more thrust with these. And when I take my hand and I feel the motors like this, I can barely feel the magnets in these. But these right here, when I do that, it feels really nice. I can feel the notches in the magnets on how strong they are. And I've noticed a lot of fast motors, they have that feeling to them. So, but yeah, that's our new Whoop. We just now put out the pictures of it. We have it available. You can go and check it out on the site. If anybody has any more questions about it, we'll be glad to answer them. But
Hopefully that helps.
that's what we've came up with, and we hope you enjoy it. What do you think, Carter? What do you think about the new Whoop?
It's a lot faster than the old one.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot faster.
And it's got that nice, if you're doing freestyle, it's got that nice chip on it to do like, what was it, 300 milliwatts or something like that?
400.
Yeah, that Super X will do 400.
400 milliwatts.
And it has audio.
It has audio.
You can hear it, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's neat. No, Carter's a big guy on audio on his
He hates flying
VTXs.
without audio.
Yeah.
He
He fun
he
without
feels
it.
naked almost.
He likes to hear his drone going through the air, which was kind of funny. He's got a story that he was on the line and he had people like yelling at each other. Yeah.
Yeah, on the flight line.
Yeah.
Because I could plug in my drone and hear it.
Yeah.
And turn the volume up. I could hear people talking like right beside the drone, and there was one dude cussing his drone out. He thought he was over there by himself, but I could hear him.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's it going, Red Sky, FPV? You know, Brody is all worried about you. Don't want him to hear. Brody ain't here, is he?
That's hilarious. Yeah, Brody's.
Are you going to be at Champs,
Brody's been
Red
freaking
Sky?
out.
I'm glad you joined right now. I wanted to ask you a few questions, Red Sky.
I want him to.
Are you going to be at
pull up
Champs? Because Brody seems to think you're his competition.
now. He seems actually worried.
Yeah, he seems to be worried an awful lot about Red Sky. Oh, he's going to Champs.
That's funny.
Here he comes, Brody.
Is Brody here?
We're talking to Red Sky.
Yeah. I think
So,
Brody's gonna be here in a minute.
oh, Brody's going to be here in a
I
minute.
would guess it's about time. For
Yeah, it is about time. School is let out. We do have another battery. Carter, you want to rip this drone?
Which
He-
one is analog?
The
Analog or HG0?
the analog. Whoop.
Let me go get my goggles.
Carter's going to go. Carter's going to rip this drone, and you know this might end up being somebody's drone here and not the customer's because we've ripped it around and crashed it and stuff. And I probably just bought a new drone and don't know it until the stream goes off and Mondo's like, "You got to buy this thing now." So, yeah, I will tell Brody what you said. He might walk in here in a little bit, and I'll tell him what you said to come and get some.
Oh, Red Sky's talking smack?
Yeah, Red Sky is talking smack to Brody, saying, "Come and get some."
Tell him. Go tell the camera.
Look, there's Cam.
Say, Brody's gonna whip your butt.
Brody, don't whip your butt.
Cam says Brody's going to what?
Whip your butt.
All right.
I'm gonna head up.
All right. See you, Armando. Have a great day. There is Phil Blast. Yes, I am going to Champs. I actually built the Champs track. I had every element. So the only element that I didn't have in the Champs track, there's a double stack gate and a dive gate. And then there's another double stack gate and a dive gate. Well, the first double stack gate where you go through the top and then go through the dive gate and then go through the bottom, I left that section out, but we still had all the other elements, and we did leave out the hurdle on the pyramid stack gates. We left out the hurdle on it, but besides that, it was really, really close to the champs track. So we've actually ran most of the champs track, and I got 4th out of everybody. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm a freestyle pilot, and I got 4th out of the whole crew here. Huh?
I think we had 8.
Yeah.
Open class.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Was it more?
Even though I think Evan just dropped out, didn't he? He just
9. There's 10 people because Benjamin.
did.
was
Evan
out.
drop out or did his drone die?
I think both.
Okay.
I think everyone offered him a drone. And he
Yeah,
said
so
yes.
what I just stayed consistent. I stayed smooth, and I kept my drone in the air, and I think I had the most consecutive laps out of the whole race. But Carter, he got. Did you get 2nd or 3rd?
2nd in Tiny Trainer, only because people were crashing,
Yeah.
and then 3rd in the open class.
So yeah, we ran Tiny Trainer and 5-inch open class on the champs track, and it was a lot of fun. I think it was one of the best tracks.
That was a fun track.
Yeah, that was a
think
really fun day. Okay,
I
sorry.
think it's ready.
All right, we're going to get Carter in the air. You're on channel 8.
Yeah, it's because of backpack mode in this thing.
And let me get the
I
screen
want the
on.
test radio.
Yeah, right. I say you're a whole lot more used to the test radio, aren't
Yeah,
you?
but I'm having to learn this one.
Okay, we've got R8 on and plugging in the drone. The drone is plugged in. Hang on, I got
Oh, 0
video.
volts.
Does it say 0 volts? That's a new battery I just pulled off there.
Let me arm it real quick.
Alright, go ahead. That's weird. It didn't say 0 volts a
There it
minute
goes.
ago.
It's working now.
Okay. Okay. Immediate feelings. What do you think, Carter? Is
It is pretty good.
dang, you're ripping in this thing. Oh yeah.
Oh, no. Maybe Andy will flip me. Yeah,
We
thanks.
got
Andy.
Andy flip.
I'm not used to these gimbals. Oh wait, you can ladder down that.
Can you give it a throttle test in here? Can you rip it fast in here one time?
Ooh! I didn't think it'd go that high.
Oh, you're back up. You're not even full throttling it, are you?
No. This is like 40 throttle, 35. I mean, this thing's moving.
Wow.
Yeah, not even half throttle. And it's just...
Andy's getting terrified, I believe.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not even half throttle.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it is. So there's Carter's little rip on the new five. I want to call it 5-inch, not a 5-inch. Well, the new race
It's
book.
stupid fast, yeah.
Hey, how's it going, JD? Nice to see you in the chat.
Not even half throttle. I can't get over that part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's freaking moving.
I need to take it outside.
You should. Do you want to take it outside?
If we got a new battery.
It says okay on it, and it's a new battery. Yeah.
Wait, did you already disconnect the cable or something?
Yeah, I disconnected it.
I'll take it outside.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
So Carter's going to take the drone outside. We're going to see some footage of him ripping it outside. Oh yeah, it's way better than the old one. 15.9 grams. I mean, the old one was at 17.2. So we've lost a lot of weight on this and gained 10 more grams of thrust. So yeah, it's a game changer. It definitely is. I remember when I was flying the old one, it was fast. Don't get me wrong, it was really fast. But the old one,
Right.
you could feel it when you come down, but it would still catch itself. This one, you can't even feel it catch itself. Carter, I want you to, when you do a power loop, come around
Do 0 throttle.
and I just want you to get a feel of it and see how it feels when you coming down. Like when you're going into power loop and coming down. I want to see how much it takes to catch itself.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is just a full rip on a fresh battery.
Okay, well we got 2 fresh batteries here. We actually got 3 fresh batteries, but we'll let him have these 2. Alright, I believe he's got it plugged in. I'll be right back. Give him this drone.
Yeah, it's right there. I got it. So yeah, the first one is just gonna be all like a rip across the yard.
Okay, so the first one, he's just going to give it all it's got and go across the yard. So I expect the battery to not last that long if he's just full throttling it the whole time. But we're going to see what he does. So he's got the footage up. All right. So there, it's got the battery voltage. This has our special race whoop tune on it. Dang, that's moving. That's pretty quick. Oh yeah.
What the heck?
You'll definitely burn through a battery. If you just full throttle it the whole time. It looks like it's catching itself pretty good. It almost looks like a 3-inch. And how it moves. Yeah, that looks like a 3-inch when it moves. It's hard to believe it's a little tiny whoop. Alright, Red Sky, we could do that. Set battery to 4.4. I will make that note, and we will set our max battery to 4.4 and make sure we do that to all of them. So thank you for that suggestion. We'll actually do that. I think the minimum battery is what, 4 or 3.3 or 3.4 or something like that. That says 2 point. The battery's dead. Here, I'll give him another battery. Yeah, he had a dead battery. He's getting it going again. Oh, there we go. There we go. What happened to it, Carter? There we go. Now we're going. Oh, yeah. Carter, we can't see behind the house. There you go. That little thing moves. We're just going off the HD0 screen. He's got it on the wall behind the house, so whenever he goes over there, my HD0 screen has got patch antennas. So it's very limited on which direction it's turned, and I think he's got the patch antennas setting up on mine. Alright, see you, Night Owl. Nice to see you in the stream. Alright, guys, so there you go. There is some rips on the new race whoop, and he's running it pretty hard. So the battery is going to drop if you run it super hard. Of course, he had some more to go in that pack for sure. But yeah, 15.9, 10 more grams of thrust, and you guys need to try this thing out because we're having a lot of fun with it.
Was it moving?
Oh yeah. We couldn't see when you went next to the truck, but
I was going underneath him.
yeah. And it looks all good to me. Yep, looks fine to me. So yeah, that thing is a ripper. Alright guys, so we wanted to show off our new 15 gram whoop.
Oh, okay.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to also check out our HD0 whoop. This one is really nice because you can see really well in HD, and we are enjoying making these things and making them better every day. So, and any suggestion that you might have to make a whoop better or make it any better than we can already, we are up for suggestions. And but I think we're on the right path because this is whoop season, and yeah, Red Scud said make
This one, check.
yeah. So Carter is actively updating the voltage on it. He's going to see what it's set to. What's it set to?
435.
435?
Do 44 like you said.
Okay. Yeah, so if anybody's got any last minute questions, I'll be willing to answer those last minute questions. But we are fixing to head off, and thank you guys for coming and seeing us here. That one says 436,
Yeah,
but
let me try that one.
I think that's the one that we had problems with. You can try it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go turn on the screen. Let's just see what it says.
Okay. So Kurt is going to do that test again to see if right when he plugs it in, is it going to read the voltage right? Or do you have to arm it first? So, yeah, it reads the voltage right. That's good. That's freaking awesome. Thank you, Red Sky, for telling us that. We will make that update on all of our whoops now, so we can have the correct voltage whenever we plug it in. That's great. Yeah, the pinch cam is freaking awesome. It's really lightweight. It's really good in low light settings, which you need whenever you're racing inside. There's a lot of tracks that are LED tracks and a lot of tracks that are in the dark. And that's what makes whoop racing really fun, is being in a LED lit track. And yeah, we really like the pinch cam. And yeah, thank you for giving us that suggestion, because we are now going to make all of our whoops with that voltage cap whenever you turn on. And that's what we like. We like people to make suggestions and make our products the way you guys like them, make them better, and try to make things better every day. So suggestions like that is what we listen to, and that's what we focus toward, is making a drone that somebody wants, like the best drone that somebody wants. I think that's something that we value, is making each drone kind of custom and kind of making them really desirable to own. So thank you for the suggestions, and we always keep an open ear to new things. And some people have asked, I just wanted to show this one more time. Some people have asked, is this okay for the camera to be just held on by the lens and the bottom here of the chip? Some people might be afraid that's going to touch the ground and bust the chip. If you look right there, the chip is off the ground. There's no way possible for that chip to touch in any direction. So that chip is protected whenever you have just the minimal mount, the minimal can mount on this drone. Alright guys, that is it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and go and check our website out. We have updated it now, and we have these 2 new drones out, and they're worth getting. Alright guys, take it easy.